Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're going to go over Shadow and Blood, and we've got more cards to go over, so we better get through these because all these are coming out very close together. We have Dead Moon Disciple. Fanfare, give an allied follower the ability to ignore ward. This will be awesome and I can't wait to see this actually played in something. Zombie Party, deal 3 damage to an enemy follower, enhance 7, then summon 3 zombies. Okay, not bad. Definitely good for a board clear. Probably a little late, but not bad. A Goblin Zombie. At the end of your turn, use Necromancy 4, gain +2/+2. So if you can constantly pull out Necromancy, that thing's going to be insane. The Evolve art is really freaky, honestly, and it's pretty cool. Then we've got... I keep forgetting that I can just click through these, and now I completely should... Okay, I apologize for this video. We just have to go back here, and we should be right. Sorry this isn't the highest quality, honestly. I would have liked to have done these a lot nicer, but I'm in a hurry, so we'll get these done. Ebon Reaper, last word. Give Bane to a random allied follower. Meh, not too bad. Nothing too special. We have Grave Desecration at the end of your opponent's turn. Use Necromancy 4, summon a zombie. That's not bad either. I don't mind the summon zombie cards. Plus it's low cost, so it was quite valuable. Fanfare, give all allied followers last word. Summon a skeleton. Wow, so you're going to have that give a lot of skeletons, that's for sure. Honestly, some of these shadow cards, I don't know what to say. They're all good, but they're not great. We haven't, at least all the ones we've gone through so far. Fanfare. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower, then give +2 to a random allied follower. Basically a tip for attack, so you deal 2 damage, you gain 2 attack on something. Blade Warrior. Fanfare. Destroy an allied follower and give this follower +2/+2. Doesn't affect if no other allied follower are in play. So basically, it's another destroy an allied effect, and it has its own boost. Pretty good. I'd say it's a little above average. Little Soul Squasher. Necromancy 4, destroy an evolved enemy follower. That could work quite well, especially in the new meta, and it's a 4-drop. So basically as good as Levi, nearly, I would say. Not quite, because you've got the Necromancy Restraint, which is a pain, but not bad. We've got one of my more interesting cards, I think, Death's Ledger. Countdown 2, at the end of your turn, put a random ShadowCraft follower that costs less than the total number of play point orbs from your deck into play, then destroy that follower. So another last word summoner. It would be great to see that card get some play. Immortal Thane. Fanfare, summon 2 Wraiths. Last word, put a Wraith King into your hand and change its cost to 0. So a great card to see. 0 drops, great card to swarm the board. Very interesting. That's for sure. Then we've got Minwith of the Underworld, the first legendary for Shadow. Fanfare, your necromancy effects cost 0 shadows until the follower leaves the area. So, there's been a few questions and answers for this card, so we'll go over those first. Basically, this won't trigger certain effects. There are certain effects it will trigger and certain effects it won't trigger. So, your necromancy effects cost 0 shadows until this follower leaves the area. Okay. But from some of the necromancy effects, for example, things that require certain targeting or something like that, you still have to have the necessary shadows. So you need 8 shadows, for example, to activate a certain card. Those shadows won't come off the total, but you need those 8 to use the card. So it'll be interesting to see how this works with all cards. But for the most part, you should be able to play most effects for 0 shadows, that is. Yes. Okay. Demon Lord Ichtar? I don't know. Anyway. Necromancy 3, summon a zombie. Repeat for the remaining shadows or until your area is full. Then give all allied followers +2 and rush until the end of turn. Big board summon, basically, and board clear ability with its attack. Pretty good. Can't say anything's wrong with it. Pretty above average card. Probably going to be a good card to go for a finisher in some way. And we'll move on to Blood. Probably the more interesting class overall, I think, with some of its new cards. We have Spiderweb Imp, which I think is the most amazing cheap ward we have so far. Fanfare, deal 2 damage to your leader if Vengeance is not active for you. Works out pretty well, you know, you take 2 damage, but you get a ward. That's a 1/4, really early. That's highly anti-aggro. Then we got Frogbat, just love the artwork. At the end of your turn, gain +1/+0. Not bad for a 3-drop. It's going to be a 3/2 minimum, and it can get bigger. Then we got Assault Werewolf, another one of these kind of lycanthropy type cards. Clash, gain Bane until the end of the turn if the enemy follower has ward. So basically a free ward killer, so this is going to get through wards. See what I mean though? So far every card has been aggro orientated, and that's insane. Deal 3 damage to an enemy follower, then give +3/+3 to a random allied follower. Another card that can boost stuff to deal damage along with dealing with an enemy opponent. Not bad, a little costly for a 6-drop, so that probably won't see much play. Mask of the Black Death. Whenever your leader takes damage, reduce the damage to 0 and subtract the amount from this amulet. Count down instead. If there is more than one allied Mask of Black Death in play, subtract the amount from the countdown of each. So, you have this on board, and you take 5 or more damage. I'll be very specific because I was corrected on this myself. 5 or more damage, it will all come off this amulet. So if you take 1 damage, it'll drop the amulet's cost countdown by 1. If you take 5 damage, it'll destroy the amulet and it'll take 5 damage, so you won't take it. If you take anything above 5 damage, it'll do the same thing as taking 5. So if Bahamut, for example, rams your face, this will counter it. You won't take any damage and the amulet will be destroyed. Then we have Bahamut, probably one of the more interesting silver cards. Fanfare, put a random BloodCraft follower with at least 5 attack from your deck into your hand. Enhance 5, then subtract 3 from its cost. So you play this turn 5 in a control deck, pull a 5 attack follower, and then drop its cost by 3. Basically going to be used as a Goblin Mage, but with more of an insane effect with the subtract 3 from its cost. So it'll be very interesting to see this get a lot of play. Then we have Dark Airjammer. Fanfare, put a random follower that costs 2 play points or less from your deck into play. Repeat once if Vengeance is active for you. So 2 play points or less is key here because it's basically a Goblin Mage, but they play them into the field, plus a little bit more, and it's its own body. Plus, if you have Vengeance, it's going to be pretty cool. So I wouldn't mind seeing a really heavy aggro deck have this finish at 5 and just play Dark Airjammer as a board summon, which could be quite interesting. Then we've got Vlad. So he only has an evolve effect at the end of your turn. Deal 1 damage to all other followers. Pretty average. Then we got Devil of Love. If this follower can't be targeted by enemy spells and effects, then your other allied followers can't be targeted. Okay, that's actually pretty good. If you can give this a non-targetable, then everything else can't be targetable. Then we have probably the biggest card for Blood. We have Blood Moon. Vengeance is active for you even when your leader's defense is more than 10. So you play this turn 3, you play it turn 6, you play it any time after 3. You have to have 3. And all Vengeance effects are activated, regardless of your health. They last 4 turns with Blood Moon. It does take up a board slot. But the things you can do with this, the combos that are going to come out with it, they're unlistable because there's so many. It's going to be an amazing card, and I can't wait to see a lot more combos for this kind of card. Then we have Soul Dominator. Whenever another allied follower is destroyed, gain +1/+0. It also has Storm, so it's not too bad. If you're using this in a semi-aggro to mid-range build, you're going to be ramming the followers on board. After you play this, ram the other 4, ram this to face, go for game pretty much. Then we have Belphegor, another interesting card. A 4-drop 4/4 legendary. Fanfare, draw 2 cards. Not bad, you get that draw which you need in a blood deck. Deal damage to your leader until their defense drops to 10 if Vengeance is not active for you. So I'm interested to see how this works with Blood Mary. I don't think we have clarification yet, but it'll be interesting to see if it just kills them. It'll be interesting to see if it just drops your opponent to 10. It'll be interesting if it does nothing. It's just going to be interesting to see. So, on to the next card. Maelstrom Serpent. Fanfare, summon a Maelstrom Serpent. Repeat until your area is full if Vengeance is active for you. So another card you want to be playing probably Blood Moon or something else so you can keep a higher health total. Play out the Maelstrom Serpent, fill the board completely, and then not have to worry about anything. You're just going to have a full board of Maelstrom Serpents. Bunch of 5/5s. This is where Banishment's probably going to be big and hit this card hard, unfortunately. But definitely interesting. You play this turn 8, play another one turn 9, play another one turn 10 if they continually clear your board. Force them to keep clearing, so definitely interesting. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to go on to Haven and Neutral, which will be the final part of all the card overviews for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed all this. Make sure to check out the stream tomorrow, and I'll catch all you guys next time. So thanks for watching. See ya.